Welcome to the Lidocaine Drip.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jess, and we'll be your host for today.
And always.
We're not really organized on this podcast.
Not organized at all.
But we're going to have fun along the way.
You know, we're here to talk about what you may be thinking throughout the day and don't say, or what you do say and get in trouble for saying. That's usually what I do.
In all seriousness, we made this podcast to combat mental health issues in veterinary medicine.
Mental health in general.
And we're here to inject humor into the darkness of our lives.
Very dark, very, very dark lives.
So let's get down to it.
Let's get down to it.
All right. Welcome back to the Lidocaine Drip, everyone. It's episode 4. We've had quite the adventure today, haven't we, Kevin?
Yep.
Yep.
Great day.
Yeah, well, that's not really the truest statement, but anyway, we have a guest on the podcast today. Our friend and colleague Josh is here.
Hey everyone. Nice to be here.
And
very professional sounding.
Yes, he is. And so I guess we'll start off our episode today like we said we would every other one, with a little mental health check-in. Last week was a little different since we talked about going to those sensory deprivation pods, which I still am not over. How about you?
I'm still a little exhausted from it, but I don't know if I'm over it.
Yeah. But okay, I guess let's just start off. Well, guests first. Josh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. Today was a little interesting as far as some client interactions went. I actually received a kiss from a client. I'm not sure.
Jealous.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure if it made my day or turned it around, but it was definitely, it spiced things up a little bit. It changed up the monotony that is usually consuming the workplace and I guess life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's, that doesn't happen every day. Never. Don't get kissed by my clients unless they're like puppies. But those aren't clients. Those are patients, I guess.
I usually get kissed by clients, but they're like the weekend clients. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's like a type of job, type of client.
Can you elaborate on that?
No, I can't really, I have
he's
some
not allowed
contracts
to
and stuff, but I can't.
Yeah, he's not allowed to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, how about you, Kevin? How are you doing?
Actually, this whole day seemed to be like a steady decline, starting at like 7 a.m., I'd say. I think, topic we're going to talk about maybe is fear of missing out, and I have fear of missing out on my own time at night and like doing whatever I want, so I don't sleep. So the past 3 nights, I've been sleeping like 4 or 5 hours and not sleeping at all, and then I go into work or school or whatever you want to call it, and then I have like my whole day, and I'm exhausted, and then I come home, and I get like an energy rush, like out of the blue, and then I stay up to like 2 a.m. again, and then I repeat, and never sleep. And then every day I'm just exhausted and miserable.
Is this why you have to take baths every night?
Yep.
You take baths every night?
Yeah, sometimes twice a night. I said this before, I have a tall torso, and my back always hurts, so like it feels good to lay down in like hot water.
So sometimes twice a night, you said? Is this back to back, like you take a bath, step out of the bath and say, oh, let me go back in, or...
Well, I usually have a problem where, like, I like the hot water, but then I'll get too hot sometimes, and then I'll be like, okay, the bath is over, and then I'll get out, I'll watch TV, and then, like, my back will hurt while I'm watching TV, and I'll try laying on my side, or I'll sit up, and I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go back in the bath and, like, go on my phone and scroll through the news feeds on Facebook and stuff.
But what are we not gonna do the next time you take a bath?
I'm not gonna submerge my phone in 5 inches of water.
Yeah. That'd be bad if
after
you repeated
a
that.
night with the residents at the local dive bar.
That's true.
Somehow it was charging in 5 inches of water. I always drain the bathtub.
How did you not electrocute yourself?
No idea.
Ooh, drunk Kevin strikes again, huh?
Well, thank God Verizon's like a half a mile away, so got a new iPhone. Only $500 later.
holla. Well, I hope that we don't have a repeat of that again.
It is what it is.
Or how would you say it?
okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's Italian.
Mm-hmm. Or SS, was SS. That means it is what it is in German.
Mm-hmm.
Just on that one.
Yeah.
But my steady decline, I was just going to say, me and Karen, I'm going to shout out Karen again, we're going on a nice walk. At the end of the day, we're almost done, half hour to go. We went outside in the sun for like 5 minutes, and we're like, oh, let's go walk around, get some sun. We're walking in the back of the building, and we're standing there, and we see this like baby bird that was like run over by a car at the end of our walk, our nice walk. And we felt so good about ourselves. We had like the sun on us, and we were like talking and joking. And then there's like this dead baby bird that got smushed by some car that was probably dropping off supplies at the building. And so it like ruined the rest of my like half hour, and then it kept going into the rest of the night to where I am now.
Sorry, Kevin.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's why I wanted to tell you earlier.
That's intense.
It's a morbid end to a nice
Yeah, you
walk.
try to do something nice for yourself, and then you get slapped in the face with a dead baby bird.
Sometimes life does that to you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's a real bummer.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Jess?
I always forget to ask her.
Yeah, he never really asks me back, so thanks for caring, Josh. I'm doing okay this week. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing more than just existing. I feel like I'm back to my normal level of residency. Blasé. Man, you've really been putting me down tonight.
I know. It's hard.
Why do you do that? Do you do that to make yourself feel better?
The more I joke or put you down, the more I love you. So it's like almost like
it's a compliment.
It's like a
Okay.
It's a backwards compliment.
Well, it doesn't always make you feel that good.
You look gorgeous right now. How's that?
Oh, great. So everybody listening can see. Well, we were supposed to have a photo shoot today, and miscommunication didn't happen. But we'll probably do it next week. Hopefully.
Not bitter at all.
Anyway.
Just kidding.
Okay, so I guess we'll just move into LidoFacts then, so that we can actually start talking with Josh about our topic, which we have not told him.
Still don't know.
He still doesn't know what we're going to be talking about tonight, because we like to keep it interesting, and we want the responses to be real and raw and, in the moment. So
I'm kind of shaking with suspense.
It's not that
You're shaking
bad.
with suspense. It's really not that bad. It should be good. Anyway, who wants to go first for their LidoFact?
We should have the guest go first.
Well, the guest should go first?
I did the how are you doing first.
Mm-hmm.
So I think as the guest, I'm going to pawn this off to Kevin to go first.
All right. So my LidoFact, I'm trying to always go with the animal LidoFact. And let's see here. So the title of my LidoFact is 16 batshit but actually true animal sex facts.
Oh, wow.
So
ooh, we're going there.
Yeah, there's some things in there that really intrigued me a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to start. I might not read all 16, but there's some good ones.
Pick your favorites.
I didn't really read all of them, so I'm just going to scroll through really quick. But the male anglerfish fuses irreversibly with the female anglerfish during sex. Did you know that? A little haunting, right? Like,
can you imagine? Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you're stuck with that bitch forever. Once.
So this is
or she's stuck with him. It's going to be woman
this
empowerment.
Is irreversibly, as in after the deed is done, they are stuck together.
So
like something melts and fuses, and they're just joined. They can join
so
the
then
twins.
how did they lay eggs?
It's a great question.
So in order to reproduce, the sexually parasitic male attaches itself to the female's belly, and then their circulatory systems then connect, and the male slowly dissolves. So maybe once he's dissolved, the female's able to lay her eggs. So
that's bizarre. Okay, next bizarre fact.
The next one we know. So I don't know how to say this. Do you know how to say that word? Male
rhesus.
The male rhesus macaque.
Macaque.
The male rhesus macaque monkeys will pay They will pay per view to see the bottoms of the female rhesus macaque monkeys.
How do they pay?
You want to know how they pay? So they sacrifice fluid for the opportunity to view female piranha and the faces of high-status monkeys.
Where does the fluid come from?
Their penis.
Is this fluid before or after sexual arousal?
Before. This is just everyday life. Like, walking, like, through the market, and they're like, oh, like, can I see your stuff? And then they just give them some fluid.
What do the females do with the fluid?
It doesn't say in this article. So anacondas breed by forming breeding balls. So multiple males wrap around a female and attempt to mate.
Whoa,
so they
that
just
sounds
all
intense.
like gang up on her and they just go for it.
It's rude.
Yeah, it's like a very interesting emoji.
Those aren't anacondas.
Well, it's the visual that
I know. Okay.
This is a BuzzFeed article, so it's very like reputable. Alligators have permanent erections. A male giraffe drinks the female's urine to check if she's ready to mate.
Okay.
That's an interesting one, I thought.
I have no comment.
A male honeybee leaves the tip of its penis in the female after sex. I thought that was it just breaks apart like the stinger, just like
does it get a new
lodges
one?
up in there and
does it grow a new one?
They don't elaborate. It just says that's what happened. So
okay.
I think let's see.
One more.
Monkeys seem to be a little fucked up, but the male capuchin monkey covers himself in urine to show that he's keen to mate.
You don't do that?
It depends on the day, but you know, not lately.
Yeah, you just gotta go there.
Yep, and I think that's pretty much it for mine.
All right. Josh, how about your LidoFact?
Hopefully it's as good as that one.
Well, I really like history. So my LidoFact is that you guys are both familiar with Sir Albert Einstein. Right?
Oh, yeah,
a little bit. I've dabbled
Sir
in
Albert.
that.
So Israel in 1952 actually offered Albert Einstein the presidency.
Whoa.
And he turned him down?
And he turned him down.
Wow.
He determined that he was unfit for a presidential position.
What a smart guy.
Some might say he was a genius.
Some might say that.
Yeah, I guess that
was a very smart LidoFact.
That wasn't as good as your
monkey sex. Or
I mean,
wasn't as good as males dissolving inside of a female anglerfish. But
fusing.
the other thing that I came across, which is a little less historical, maybe a little less factual, but I don't know about you, but when I was a baby, when I was a toddler, I was carried around by my parents, right? You guys were too.
Maybe.
I'm almost certain of it.
Okay.
At some point, they put you down for the last time and never picked you up again.
They've been putting me down for 29 years.
How depressing.
I just thought that was an interesting thought.
That's kind of sad, but I guess it's true for everyone, huh?
That's very sad. Jeez.
Well, I'm sorry to say
you
that.
better be uplifting. Or like between the baby bird and that.
I'm sorry to say that mine isn't as uplifting, but I want to kind of relate this back to why Kevin and I started the podcast. So a little bit of like a serious topic, and then we'll be done being serious. For you guys who don't know, so the AVMA is the American Veterinary Medical Association. It's kind of like our gurus as far as veterinary medicine goes in this country. And they actually did a report in 2015 on veterinary suicide statistics. And actually, it's 1 in 6 veterinarians have contemplated suicide, which is quite a high number. So that is twice what dental professionals contemplate suicide, I guess. So twice the amount of dentists, twice the amount of medical professionals, and then 4 times the amount of the general population of this country. So it's a pretty serious topic. And I think that, one of the things that I guess one of the reasons why we started this podcast was to just shed light on these aspects, as well as take kind of a humor or comedy stance on things. So I think that one of the first steps to becoming aware of these is talking about them. And a lot of people don't really talk about these subjects, which is why I wanted to kind of use that as a LidoFact for today. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that. It's kind of a Debbie Downer subject, but I think we kind of have to have conversations about them to be able to just make it more commonplace, because it's a serious problem in this profession, unfortunately. You guys don't have any thoughts? I kind of just
end there and let's start again tomorrow.
Need a few
okay.
seconds to think about.
Fair enough.
No, I think I'm sick and tired of people saying they're okay or good when you say, how are you today? And I change it up and I say however the hell I feel today.
That's
which is usually not good, but no, it sounds concerning. I just mean in general it's fun to say not good, but I don't know. I'm just sick of people not talking. I'll tell whoever I'm around how I'm really feeling in the moment. I don't know about you.
I guess I may have hesitations to reveal how I really feel, because are people really asking to hear that? To hear how you really feel?
That's a subject, huh? I think most of you guys, or I don't know, most of you guys listening, maybe at least at some point during the day, you just find yourself having these automatic replies oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, great. And you're just walking down the hall passing each other, and you're not really thinking. It's just something you say because you've been conditioned to say it. So you're not really listening. I agree with that, Josh.
This sort of brings up how you're saying people just go and have automatic responses. Another thing that brought me down today was I was reading someone's news feed story or whatever their post on Facebook, and it was about someone that they just saw this past weekend in a major city near us for Easter, and how they were smiling at the bar and having fun or whatever, and then now they committed suicide and they're gone. And so I looked up the person and looked up their Instagram, and their most recent Instagram was yesterday, and they were it's been real, this area that I've been living the past, how many years has been, giving me the best, accomplishments of my life, but also brought me the most loneliness. And then they were peace out, see you later. And so I was sitting there thinking, and I'm how, people that he probably saw, every day, or, talked to every day, he joked with or was smiling, and people saw him this weekend, and then, inside he was, so internally, not happy. And I think a lot of people are like that, but don't ever talk about it.
Yeah, and I think, even just talking to somebody, whoever it is, a friend, don't be afraid to just be honest and get real with how you feel, I guess. And just know that you're not the only one if you are feeling lonely or something. And just, you're not the only one. There's other people out there. And just talk about it. I guess that's really all I can say.
How do you propose that we make people around us comfortable enough to open up?
I think you have to lead by example this one. You just have to keep doing it. Part of what makes change, I think, is getting people uncomfortable, and that's getting them, because they're not used to a certain idea, and just keep exposing them to it and keep leading by example and keep doing it. That's what I would say.
Leading by example.
Mm-hmm.
What I do is, I'm a very joking person, obviously. That's all I do. But whenever
no.
I usually feel out people, and I somehow always go and attach myself to someone that's the past year I've done this is maybe someone that doesn't talk to as many people, or doesn't, I don't know, even someone that a lot of people don't like. I try to even figure out why people don't like them and just win them over, and then get close to them. People that, I've been on different rotations and stuff where people are oh, they're a bitch, or they're mean, or they're rude, and I'm just maybe they're just misunderstood. And then I somehow weasel my way in and get close to that person, and then try to make everyone accepting of them a little bit more. Not saying I'm perfect, but just maybe they're depressed. Maybe you have no idea what they're going through.
Yeah, everybody has something, but
befriend a stranger. That's my
hashtag. How about just be nice?
I don't.
Like,
But
you don't...
I think it's hard for all three of us to be nice all the time.
Well, it does. I didn't say be nice all the time, but you don't have to be an asshole.
Pay it forward once a day. How about that?
All right.
How's that?
That's
I
good.
like that model.
Yeah, or be nice once a day to someone.
All right.
They normally want. Well, maybe even someone you normally would. Just be nice once a day.
Mm-hmm.
And be consciously aware of it.
Does anybody have any final thoughts?
They can't really talk to us.
No, you guys.
Oh.
I was talking
I
to you
think that's
two.
directed at us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were looking at the screen. I don't know.
I think that's a nice segue, leave it off as do something nice at least once a day.
Yeah. And then just build up from there.
Mm-hmm. A very big side note, I think Josh is like a therapist voice almost. And we were in an exam room. I've been meaning to say this for like a month, and I think I've held it in. We were in an exam room, and I felt like I was listening to some very relaxing meditation video, and I almost wanted to fall asleep. And I was
in the exam room with the clients.
Yeah, with the clients, because I'm not doing anything clearly. And so I was like, wow, this is almost like listening to a very relaxing YouTube video. And so that's why I thought we'd have problems with hearing his voice in this anyway.
No, I think the computer picks his voice up just fine.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be okay.
And
I hope I was being informative and wasn't just putting the client to sleep.
No, you're not putting it to sleep at all. It's a very soothing. If there was I have no idea, some tragedy or emergency, I'd be just very calm. You bring me from A to Z or up to down, whatever you want to call it.
I've gotten that before.
You're welcome.
From clients. From clients as well. So it's
I want to adapt it.
well,
we can work on it.
Yeah.
So I guess a little bit. I'm going to just change the subject and steer us out of the morose category. But so Josh was actually there from the beginning when Kevin and I first came up with the idea for this podcast and our name brainstorming. Do you remember that? I don't even know.
Whiteboards. Whiteboards, dark room.
It was a dark room.
Lots of people.
Whiteboards.
Quite the process.
A bunch of random people around, and we came up with the name for it. The lidocaine drip. I don't know where it came from, but
there were some alternatives too.
There were alternatives.
I took a picture of the board, so
yeah. But I mean, ultimately, the lidocaine drip won out, and here we are today. So that's kind of why we wanted to have him on as our first guest. And I guess with that, let's get into today's subject. Do you want to introduce it, or do you want me to?
I'm trying to remember. After this day, I don't even know if I remember what it was.
The suspense, guys.
Go for it. Okay. All right. Ooh. That's me trying to be happy.
Drum roll.
What is it? The 90s. The 90s.
It was 90s nostalgia and things you remember from your childhood and how you thought adult life was going to be when you were younger.
Way different. That's all I got to say. Way different.
Yes.
Pleasantly surprised by this. Okay, this is going to be great.
Okay. Yeah. See, it's a good topic, right?
It's not like monkey sex or anything crazy like that.
Or any boring.
What did you call them? The macaques?
The macaques? That's when I was like, oh wow, that's not right. Female circumcision, that was another topic I wanted to bring. Remember?
Why would you say that?
Yeah,
why not?
You can't just casually bring that up without going in depth about how messed up that
That's I say what I think in my head.
No, it's. I think that's a great value to
if they have.
But maybe we can save that topic.
Yeah, we're not going there today.
I think that's fair. Yeah, well, maybe later or not. So, okay, who wants to start?
Well, I will say when you first mentioned the topic and being younger and thinking about what life would be like as an adult, one very specific image came to mind.
Okay.
It's not very in depth. It's actually pretty superficial, not profound at all. But when I was about 7 years old, thinking about how I would be as an older teenager, about 18 years old, I imagined myself
the oldest, right? 18. Whew.
Yeah.
Pinnacle.
That's as far as I thought ahead. I imagined myself in a leather jacket with a red bandana. I don't know where it came from.
You would need longer hair for a red bandana.
I did have.
I know.
Were you wearing a white t-shirt underneath your leather jacket?
You know, I didn't. I don't know. I don't know where the leather jacket came from. I don't know where the red bandana came from, other than the fact that I grew up in Los Angeles in my younger years.
Jealous.
And, you know, Bloods, Crips. But
Blood Crips?
Bloods and Crips.
Oh, okay.
Hanging out with the wrong crowd as an 8-year-old.
Clearly. I didn't get exposed to that, like, when my...
On the East Coast.
For food.
Well, when I was younger, like 16... Oh, God, no, it was younger than that.
Yeah.
13 or 14. And I would, like... I say illegally watch MTV, and by that I mean I wasn't supposed to watch MTV. But I remember watching, and I still can't remember the name of this show.
TRL.
No, it wasn't TRL.
I was on TRL.
It was... You were?
And I almost got my car, like, pimped out, whatever you call it. Like, pimp my
Ride.
car, yeah.
Exhibit. Pimp my ride.
Exhibit?
And I didn't want my, like, nice little 1990 Nissan Sentra getting, like, redone, so I didn't do it.
Bummer. You could have had, like, a movie theater in your back seat.
I know. I could have had, like, 2 huge speakers.
Or like an aquarium.
Oh
Aquarium would be better. Like, that's what
aquarium
I would
in
want.
the seats.
You could have had some anglerfish.
I don't even remember. Oh, okay. Well, what I was saying before Kevin interrupted me again was, which you seem to do a lot.
It's only the first time today, so.
No, it's not.
This episode.
Yeah, that's true. This episode.
I've been trying hard.
So, when I was watching MTV and I was watching the TV show that would come on after school, and it was where they abduct the people from their rooms, like in the middle of the day, and then one person goes around to each of the people's rooms that they keep after they abduct them.
Room raiders.
Yes. Oh, thank you.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So room raiders, they keep the people that they abduct from their rooms in the van, and they can watch the person who's going through their rooms, and based on what the person finds in their rooms, they decide who they want to date. But I remember watching that show, and it would always be like the name of the person that they're abducting and then their age, and it would be like 22 or 23, and I'm like, holy shit, 23, like this person is living on their own, they've got their shit together, like look at their adult life, I can't wait to be that age. Fast forward to that age, and not so great, you know.
A few years over that age.
Oh my God. Yes, I know. You called me your elder. You told me that.
We're all older.
Remember on that show they had the briefcase, their like toolbox, and they always whipped out that
The black
light.
Oh yeah.
I'd fail. I would not pass check and go, whatever you call it.
GigaPets. Yeah, so that's what I thought life was like. You know, it's not at all.
Nope. Just goes down from here. Enjoy your 20s.
Yeah.
Is this topic about what we thought life was going to be like, or is this the 90s?
Well, we'll get into that in a little bit.
Okay, so when I hear the 90s, all I think about is Furby. Or
Oh my God.
It might have been 2000, 2002, whatever. Same, like the
I
whole,
was in elementary school. It was late 90s. Yeah.
I never got a Furby.
Okay.
And I'm still traumatized. My neighbor across the street had a Furby, and I would sleep over there, and the Furby would, like, talk in the middle of the night, and I'd go home, because I was also afraid of sleeping at people's houses. And chronically, my parents would know I would sleep at someone's house, call them in the middle of the night when the whole family was asleep, and be like, pick me the fuck up. And so I never slept at anyone's house the whole night through. And
but you kept trying.
I kept trying. That's all that counts.
Do you remember what the Furbys would say?
It was gray. That's all I know. I don't know what it said. I just remember its eyes popping open in the middle of the night.
And go like, wow.
Yeah. And I'd want one. And
Yeah.
then my parents were like, that's too much money. Like, we weren't poor, so I don't know why they were like, this is like beyond our means of getting a $50 Furby, but...
Well, what about this? Furbies were like the original Alexa and like spying device, because why the fuck do they wake
100%.
up? Why the fuck do they wake up in the middle of the night and start talking when they're in a dark closet alone?
Weren't you supposed to be able to teach Furby to say certain things?
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Like, hello.
Yeah.
My friend supposedly taught his Furby to cuss. We were all 10 years old, so
Oh,
I don't remember if that was real
actually
or
a
not.
thing. Well, I never had a Furby either, Kevin. So you're not.
You didn't?
No.
That's so tragic.
No, I didn't really want one because they creeped me out. I don't like we talked about last week. or 2 weeks ago now, robots. I don't like them. I don't like that they are going to just take over the world. Furbies, that was the beginning. The beginning.
So, speaking of robots and Furbys, did you ever have GigaPets?
I was just going to talk about, okay, GigaPets or Tamagotchis?
So I don't really know the difference.
Well, Tamagotchis were just like a little egg, and then some eggs had a beak, but then GigaPets were like a baby monkey or a pig or something like that.
So I definitely had a GigaPet. And it was actually a Yoda GigaPet.
Oh, wow. And, baby Yoda.
My mom wouldn't let me take it to school. And you know how you had to feed it, you had to do these things to take care of it.
Yeah.
So I was
just like a real baby.
I was responsible for making sure that Yoda stayed healthy. Imagine the kind of pressure that puts on a 10-year-old. My mom,
a young boy, is the woman should know how to do it, right? A young girl.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding.
Well,
mine always died. So what does that tell you?
So my mom wouldn't let me. My mom wouldn't let me take it to school, and I had to leave it at home. I came back from school.
This sounds sad as the baby bird.
I came back from school at the end of the day, and Yoda had died.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
cried my eyes
No,
out.
you didn't.
I cried.
That's a joke.
No, I'm dead serious. I cried until my mom hit the reset button, and Yoda came back.
Oh my God.
That's perfect. That's like the best story.
I'm not making that up.
No, I was thinking GigaPets and Tamagotchis too. I kind of wish we still had those.
No, we do.
Yeah, but
I'm sure we can find them.
I'm sure we could find it, but like, you know when you used to like just walk around with that on your belt loop because you're like, oh, it's a keychain. I'm going to carry it with me because I'm responsible pet owner for this GigaPet.
I'm going to buy us Tamagotchis.
Oh my God, can you? That'd be wonderful. It'd be like the best present ever.
I went through a phase like 2 or 3 years ago where I was like searching in like Toys R Us in places for Tamagotchi because I really felt like this need to get one again. And I don't know if it was like a crisis in my life where I was like, I just want to be young, but I found they have like a whole new brand of Tamagotchi out there that they sell in every major like not department store, but like every major like, you know, whatever you call it, store.
Yeah, not Toys R Us anymore.
Retail store.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went downhill.
Quick. Did you guys ever go to Discovery Zone as a kid?
Remind me what that is.
It was like an indoor play place, like hell for parents, but super fun if you were a kid. And it was like tunnels, but they were like strapped to the ceiling, so you could like crawl around. And it's like this big jungle gym, and then you like there's secret slides and stuff that you could go down, and there's like ball pits, but it's like this basically like this giant like Chuck E. Cheese like thing. You guys are looking at me like you don't know what this is.
I vaguely recall being at a place like that. I was kind of a big germaphobe as a child.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So I didn't. I don't know. You know, I remember being at a place like that once. I didn't have a whole lot of fun.
Well, I'm sorry that you had to miss out on that.
Well, we also all grew up in different areas of the country, and there's different things. I don't know if I had a Discovery Zone in the Northeast.
Okay, well then I guess you guys didn't have.
I know what you're saying. I had a it's all the same thing. They're just different names. Same place, different name.
How about like 3D Doritos? Like
X's and O's? You ever remember X's and O's?
No, they were 3D.
Cheetos?
Well, I do remember those, but I was talking about 3D Doritos, where it's like, it was a triangle, but it was like puffed up, so it was basically...
there inside.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
And they always cut the top of your mouth.
I'm not familiar.
So you would eat them, and they'd like slice open the top of your mouth.
No. Not mine.
Okay, mine. 3D Doritos. What else? Dunkaroos. You guys didn't eat unhealthy food as a child, did you?
I ate unhealthy food as I was overweight as a child, so clearly I ate something that I'm not thinking
of. Did you guys eat Funyuns?
Well,
I've heard of it.
I didn't. No, Funyuns are still around, though. It's like not nostalgic.
I was never a fan.
They're still here.
But so many of my friends...
I hated them.
Didn't like them.
Yeah, I think I tried them once and I was like, never again.
Just never understood.
Not my thing.
Bugles?
Those are still
things that you put on your finger?
Yeah. That's what I was just doing.
They still sell those at the dollar store.
Well, you can get anything
I used to get them at the job on the work break. Those words just like came together.
Yeah, they did. What else about the 90s? JNCO jeans. Did you have JNCOs?
What? Jenka?
No, the jeans, like the big wide,
It's
like
a
wide
female
legs.
thing.
No, they were guys.
No, I wasn't. I was too. My mom would like slap me in the face
Oh, okay.
if I wore something like that.
In elementary school, one of my classmates had a pager. He got a pager because pagers were all the rage.
Oh, don't.
And
That's another topic I wanted
all-
to discuss today.
We were all so jealous of him, but why?
No?
What are they called? JNCO?
The
pants?
JNCO? Like JNCO?
No, I definitely never
No?
sported JNCO.
One of my friends that was like, I don't know what was going on with him, he wore those a few times.
Okay. Well, I'm failing at 90s topics because everything I bring up you guys don't know, so I'll defer
When
to you guys.
were we all
now.
born in the 80s, I hope?
Yes.
No.
Excuse me? Do you need another beer? So you're really playing with that beer?
Yeah, I just was worried about popping it open in the middle.
No, that's
Oh,
the
no,
whole point.
we
It's
encourage
candid.
that.
There's no, we're not
We
that
encourage
might be a little
that.
loud, but
It's fine. Just don't worry about it.
you weren't born
It's
in
all
the
good.
80s?
I
That's
was
changing.
not.
Okay, that changes
I was
things a
almost-
little bit.
I was
Yes, it does.
almost born in the 90s. I hope.
Wait, so what do you mean?
Can I still
Almost, wait,
continue? with
not
this?
born in the 80s, but almost born in the 90s? Does that make sense
Did I
to
say
you?
almost 90s?
Yeah, you said almost
No,
born in the
yeah,
90s.
I was almost born in the 80s. Early 1990.
Oh, okay.
Well, and I'm proud of it. I have
Mhm.
nothing to be ashamed of.
I think you're in a different class than us right now, but we're still all one.
You want me to leave?
No, it's
you
fine.
can stay here. Okay.
1990. Whoa.
Well,
when I hear
do we need to
1990 and above, I usually judge a little in my head.
Where were you
but-
for Y2K?
Y2K?
Did you buy a non-electric can opener?
What's
Because I did, and I've
Y2K?
never looked back.
2000. The year 2000.
Oh.
Where all the
I know
computers
my
were supposed to
bathtub.
die and the world was supposed to end,
I
and
never
guess what happened?
appreciated-
Nothing.
I never appreciated that abbreviation. I have a weird thing with abbreviations, and I'm not a fan.
Of any abbreviation?
Yeah, I don't really talk about this very much, but
There you go. Here's your outlet.
Y2K, I think that started it all. I'm not a fan.
What about
please
it bothers you?
elaborate.
I don't know. I feel like you didn't know what that meant, and people abbreviating things to me expect everyone else to know what their abbreviation means, and it kind of bothers me.
Is it like society and the norm? Everyone's supposed to conform and know? Like you're saying, where you're supposed to just know.
Yeah.
Or I'm supposed to have just known what she meant.
Yeah, and you didn't.
And so then now I feel like a social outcast.
Right, and if you weren't comfortable speaking your mind, like a lot of people are,
Aren't. Right? A lot of people aren't comfortable speaking.
right, a lot of people are not comfortable speaking their
Okay,
minds.
thank you.
They would feel internally like a social
Like a social
like
outcast.
a social outcast.
No, I agree. I actually put a different perspective on it to me.
Or like even in our profession,
Mhm.
we tend to abbreviate a lot of things, and it bothers me.
So rather than CBC, you'd prefer us to say complete
so
blood
that's
count?
going a little too far there. But when we say a patient is suffering from the pank, instead of saying pancreatitis,
No,
I've never heard
pancreatitis.
that one in my life.
A big pet peeve. of
Who
mine.
says that?
Well, I
Don't shout out their
can't-
name here.
I can't reveal any names.
We
but
don't know how to bleep out things.
I've-
What about DDP?
Yeah, but that was a good thing. Like, if we're putting someone down, I don't want to bleep out their name.
That's true.
Think about it.
You're right, Kevin. I rescind my
Invitation.
yeah. Okay,
Well,
well,
What about TV shows? Do you ever see that TV show with, it was like the underground, like in the sewers creatures? Like the one with those, like,
The
a
Ninja
shaped as...
Turtles?
No. Shaped... No, the one shaped as a J, the female shaped as a J, like a candy cane almost.
All Real Monsters?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Have you seen All Real Monsters?
I know what you're talking about, but
I love that
I've
show
never
to
watched
death.
it.
The one with just the mouth?
Yep. I wanted
remember
to be
that.
them in that sewer. I was like, I want to grow up and be in a sewer, with them.
Speaking of sewers, if you had to be a Ninja Turtle, which one would you be?
Michelangelo.
You'd be Michelangelo?
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see
100%.
that. Josh?
I want to say Leonardo.
Oh, where's Kate?
Oh.
Get it?
Would you have tried to fit on the door with her?
It was Rose, not Kate. You didn't even acknowledge that.
I knew who you were talking
about.
I knew who you were talking about.
I know, but people listening might not, and we can't expect them to know, because then they'll be outcast.
But Leonardo is his real name and not the character's name. So
oh my God,
I feel like
I totally just blanked on that part. All right,
Ooh.
well, Jack and Rose.
I probably would have tried to pretend as if I was sharing the door and then
push
her off at the last second after you got enough warmth.
I have commitment issues, so.
Oh.
Don't we all?
Uh-oh. That's a
not-
different
that's
topic for another time.
Yeah.
I don't need to go into that, but.
No, please
Okay.
don't.
Well, since none of you guys asked me, I'll answer myself. I guess this is just like a thing where nobody asks my opinion, but I'll ask everybody else's. So I'm just going to interject with my own unless you'd like to interrupt me. No? Okay.
I'm good.
Wait till I start talking again.
Mm-hmm.
I would totally be a Raphael because he's the sarcastic one, and I feel like that just fits my life.
Yeah, but that's a male character, so are you?
I'm not going to be April.
So then, are you going to have like a gender? Like you want to be a male? Don't you have to think about that when you choose characters? Because there's a lot of females in like characters or movies. I've never even thought about being just as a female. I just think it's an interesting thought, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
Because that's a masculine energy that you want to portray.
Yeah, but you're talking about the Ninja Turtles. Which Ninja Turtle would you
I guess
want?
That was the
they're
question.
Feminine. They're what?
It's the only option.
All right, fine. I'm over it.
They're probably going to come out with a female version of the
Mm-hmm.
Ninja Turtles.
Like they did with the female Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
That could be.
Sure goes.
Did you guys ever watch Hey Arnold?
All the time.
Hey Arnold!
I read the books too.
There were
Books?
Did you have those book fairs at like your middle
Yeah.
school or
Oh
elementary
my
school?
god.
Another thing where I didn't have enough money to buy the books that I wanted, my mom would be like, you get 2 books.
For Christmas.
And I'd be like, these kids get all these like 10 books, and I'll be like, they'd have like the book fair,
Yeah.
and you go like 6 p.m. at your elementary school, and I'd be
The
like,
Scholastic
yeah,
Book Fair.
yep.
Scholastic
That
Book
name
Fair.
it, like gave me
You get the little
agita.
paper catalog.
Yeah.
And like, circle. I want this
Yeah.
one. I want
And my
this
mom's like, you
one.
get 2 books, and I'd be like seeing kids come out with like literally like trash bags. And I'd be like, what did our family do to deserve this? And like they get all the books they want.
I was a big fan of the Captain Underpants.
Yeah, I wasn't.
I did not read those.
I actually recently saw a Scholastic Book Fair truck transporting
What?
books.
I want the book fair
Presumably
truck.
2 are from a school.
Hell.
Maybe from poor deprived kids. Maybe they only get 2 books too, Kevin.
It's just sad. It's like, but anyway, I love those things. At least I got 2 good books out of it. But Hey Arnold, I got a few times, I think, early on.
I didn't realize there were books.
You didn't realize there was books?
Well, not at the Scholastic Book Fair, but Hey Arnold books.
Yeah, that's what do you mean? But I'm a little
Did
wrong.
you guys have the Disney Channel growing up?
She didn't even acknowledge what I was finishing saying.
We're still lingering.
I just
on this.
interrupted you.
Yeah, it's fine. I love it. I love when someone interrupts me. Yeah, so there's books. It's a cartoon, not a cartoon, but it's a book.
Was
and
it
then
the
the
book
movie
first?
came after. Yeah, the books are always first.
No, but it was a show. Hey Arnold was a show.
No, but the book gave the show.
I didn't realize that.
I didn't realize that either.
Mm-hmm. No. I can still picture the big block pages of the book. Nice, the hardcover book. So
Anyway,
what were you
to
saying?
answer your question about Disney, I was a huge fan of Disney as a kid.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Chippendale? Is that what you just said?
Mm-hmm.
That's a book? Okay. First I'm hearing of
A
it.
book or a show?
No, it's the show on Disney Channel.
I never. I'm not familiar with that, but
Chippendale Rescue Rangers? Really?
Nope.
Nope.
I was a huge fan of Lizzie McGuire. I had the biggest crush on Lizzie
I
McGuire.
bet.
Oh, yeah. Lizzie
There was one
McGuire.
episode where Aaron Carter was on playing her like love interest.
Mhm.
He's a mess now.
I was so jealous. I was so jealous of that guy.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Even Stevens though was probably.
Oh, I love Even
That
Stevens.
was great. Shia LaBeouf before he got cray.
They're all messed up. Aaron Carter, all the guys are. The women have their shit together. Right?
Well,
They just all have babies.
Is Disney? Yeah, that's like the Mickey Mouse Club, right?
Well, Britney Spears
Yes.
is in the Mickey Mouse Club.
and Ryan Gosling and Justin Timberlake and Christina Aguilera. They were all in the Mickey Mouse Club.
They were all born the same time as us, like in the 80s. Like what the? Like,
I think they were a couple years before us.
Like 2 or 3. So your age.
God.
No, what I mean, like I know that Britney Spears, like they're like a few years older than me, which is where you're at.
Definitely not my age.
No, definitely not. You're like a, what is it called, baby? What do you call it? When the new generation, the baby population,
Really.
baby boomer.
Definitely not baby.
No, baby boomers older than us.
No, but I think there's like a new baby boomer generation.
I think maybe you're thinking of the children of the baby boomers.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thank you.
Okay. Other 90s TV shows. I always really wanted to be on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Oh my god.
I'm
they
also
should bring
like,
that back.
I'm also like, how do you not see the guy fucking hiding there? You can see his feet, and you're acting like you're all scared when he jumps out and gets you when the time is up. Like, just assemble the puzzle. The head goes on last. How dumb are you?
That was a fantastic show. I always wanted to be on the blue barracudas.
Always
Purple
blue.
parrots.
The reds. Wasn't there red too?
There was red.
Snakes? No, the green was snakes. I can't remember what the red ones are.
Well, either way, I want to be on the blue.
Did you guys have CD players?
Yeah, I had a Walkman.
A Walkman?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, like a portable one?
Like you put the CD inside of the thing?
Yeah, and it would always skip, and then you just like smack it, and it would play, and it wouldn't skip anymore, at least for like that time.
Yep. Yeah, I bought and then you could also buy the singles to a song. You could just buy a CD single. Like, I remember I bought the Jessica Simpson, like, I don't even know what song it was, like a Christmas song or something like Oh Holy Night or whatever. And then Britney Spears, oops, I did it again. And I put it in my Walkman and like walk around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So you had to put that one CD in for that one song.
Yeah. Those were the days.
Yep.
Seems a little excessive.
Bang for your buck.
I mean, and then you'd have like this thick, like, zip up CD holder that you'd walk around with so you could keep all your CDs in it. Did you guys have one of those? Like the wallet thing that like had
basically like a CD.
It was like a CD binder.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
CD case.
Yeah. No, it was like a binder and it zipped
Yeah.
up and it had like the soft black shell and
I still have some of those.
yeah, I do too.
It's not gone.
It's full with all my like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears.
Bah, bah, bah.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any? Did you guys have any like memorable or defining moments in elementary school?
I remember I used to have the hugest crush on Nick Carter from Backstreet Boys because I apparently have a thing for blondes. It's followed me around my whole life. I can't get over it. But I tried.
Really
that's a topic for another time.
I want to hear more about this.
Well, we'll have to do another topic. Anyway, I remember I really, really thought I was trying to tell a story.
Stressing me out.
We're going to talk about it later. No, I wanted to really, like, win this contest. Of course, I had no chance of winning this contest, but I applied for it or entered or whatever, and I was like, I just really want to meet the Backstreet Boys and then Nick Carter, and then I had this, like, delusion that, whatever, I was going to fall in love with him, we were, like, going to run off, like, 10-year-old me. Dumb. Anyway, needless to say, it did not happen. I did not meet him, and my life was not forever changed, so what does that tell you? Give up on your dreams.
Or the truth isn't real.
Anyway.
Or 10-year-old girls should not be with 20-year-old guys. Unless you're in the South.
True. Well, any lasting remarks on the 90s before we wrap it up?
I feel like we didn't even go through half my 90s, but...
Well, I kept trying to engage in subjects, and you guys were, like, looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
JNCO pants? I mean, what is that?
Yeah, great topic.
I guarantee at least 3 people listening to us know what that is.
Did Titanic come out in the 90s? Also,
Yeah,
it's Titanic Week.
Wasn't Titanic rated R?
Yeah.
PG-13.
Oh, well, either way.
It was PG-13.
I wasn't allowed to watch it in the theaters when it came out, and all my friends had
I
to
went.
watch it.
My mom let me go.
Did you say it's Titanic Week?
Yeah, I wanted to bring this up. I didn't know if it was the right time.
The Titanic sank on April 19th.
Or maybe it's Titanic month. No, it's April week. It's Titanic week.
Oh, okay.
Whoever posted on Facebook said it's Titanic week.
Do you guys know where the Titanic was built?
Ireland.
Where?
Belfast.
Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed.
Wow.
I know some things.
Jess. No, but Titanic week, I had a point. I went with my friend and his dad, and it was the first time I saw like a naked person ever. And so I remember being like, I think I saw it like 3 times. And then my mom, I asked for Christmas this Titanic book about how they made the movie from Barnes & Noble. And in the book was a photo of Kate Winslet, or Rose, whatever the hell you want to call her, laying on, like, draw me like your French girls, or whatever you want to say, naked with her boobs out. And my mom took an index card and taped it over her naked body and just left her head there and gave it to me for Christmas like that.
I'm surprised she didn't just rip the page.
I ripped the index card off all the time.
No, but I'm surprised your mom didn't just rip the entire
page out?
of
No, I'm going to waste some money. I'm still going to buy it. It was a $20 book. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to rip a page out.
Yeah. If you paid for it, you better use it. Right? Okay, well, I think that brings us to rapid fire questions.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Let's just rapid fire him with questions and not even do us.
No. This is
Let's do it. Let's do it. No. It's the best.
You ask him one first, and then I'll go. I gotta think of mine.
Salt or pepper?
Definitely salt.
What the fuck kind of question was that? Salt or pepper?
I mean, if you had to choose one, right?
Yeah.
God, if you could have unlimited amounts of money for the rest of your life, or have a lover the rest of your life, what would you choose?
Can I ask to clarify something?
Yeah.
Is it the same lover?
That's a whole nother episode, because I don't know the longer I go if I believe in having only one lover.
We might have to bring you on for a second episode, Josh.
We can record right after this.
Yeah, I'm happy to stick around or come back, whatever you guys prefer. I would say, what was the first option? The financial.
Unlimited amounts of money, you're financially stable, or to be in love and have a partner the rest of your life.
You're kind of changing the question.
Well, I changed it, and that's what I want. That final answer.
To be in love and have a partner.
Oh, how sweet.
I would have to say.
That's what I would choose too.
If I was choosing from the first two options you gave me, I would say I would take the money, because you really didn't clarify.
How did you think I said it the first time?
You said, or a lover. So who knows if it's the same lover or if I would
that's fair.
enjoy being with that lover. It's not a guarantee, right?
Yeah. Are they a good one?
It's all relative, right?
No, that's very important.
A good lover? Yeah, they're a good lover.
Okay. Yeah,
like very good.
Then that one.
It gets down good.
Okay.
Okay. Now your time. Ask.
Are we allowing him to ask rapid fire questions?
He can if he wants, but I thought we were.
You just say whatever comes into your head first. Hence the salt or pepper question that came out.
Yeah, what does that say about my personality?
Salt?
Yeah.
I mean,
bitter. Well, that'd be.
I'm pretty sure it's salty.
Yeah. A little salty, same thing.
What's your favorite aisle at the grocery store?
Clarence.
Oh man, that's great.
What's your favorite aisle?
My favorite aisle?
Yeah, well, it was
definitely
open-ended.
The freezer section close to the ice cream.
Interesting.
Oh. What kind of ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
Oh, thank God. Yes.
Can we just cheers to that?
Cheers.
Mint chocolate chip.
Best. You know how many people say ew to that?
No, mint chocolate chips is the best. Now, okay, is it like the mint colored ice cream, or like the white mint flavored ice cream that's like the Breyers, I think, where it's like the white colored ice cream that is mint flavored?
As long as it tastes like mint, I don't think I give a shit about the color.
It tastes a little different.
I don't know how different it tastes to me.
Well, we'll have to do a taste test.
Have you ever done mint chocolate chip with Reese's peanut butter sauce? Oh my God, the dog is drinking for like 20 minutes. Come on.
I have to say I prefer the green mint chip.
Me too. I guess visually I like to make it look like mint.
I do like that color. It's very pretty.
It's like, I don't want white.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Friendlies?
Yeah.
Yes, I
mint
love
chocolate chip
Friendlies.
with Reese's peanut butter sauce and Reese's Pieces and whipped cream and a cherry and chocolate sauce is the best thing.
I liked the face sundaes that you could get there, where they would build like the face with the ice cream cone was like the hat.
Yeah.
Have you ever had mint Oreo ice cream?
Yeah, that's good
I don't
too.
think I would like it.
They have a nice soft serve of that, or not soft.
No, I don't like
You're
it.
from the Northeast,
Mhm.
yeah. You've been to Cape Cod?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to Smitty's ice cream
No.
shop on Cape
Me,
Cod?
I might have.
That's the best ice cream I've ever had.
Wasn't that in
Where are you
Jess?
from? Now that I don't even know where you're from.
Can you guess where I'm from? I know you know.
With that voice, I would say Colorado, but or maybe Maine. Maine would be number one, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from
I feel very soothing.
I'm from California.
Okay, same thing. Southern California.
I have lived in Colorado as well, so you were kind of on point until you decided to switch to Maine.
Because I thought I don't know, I got like this telepathic, like when I said Colorado, I thought you were saying Maine. But was it Southern California?
So, I don't really want to get into it.
But just yes or no?
I associate with Northern California.
Okay, so. Well, Southern California, I hear, is like more relaxed people.
Different
That's
land.
Opposite. Northern California.
That's what I meant.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else have a question? I have one.
Do you want us to ask you one?
Oh, I'm here. I'm having a conversation with you guys.
I thought you told me we're not allowed to ask Jess questions.
We're not.
Well, that explains it. Okay, if you had to get plastic surgery on one part of your body, what would it be?
Oh, God. That's a great question.
This is a great question.
Or maybe we should pick things about each other that we do plastic surgery on.
Okay, we can go there. I don't know if I want to hear the answer.
No, I don't either. Go for it, Josh.
I'm still thinking. This isn't one of those ones that you can just come up with something right.
Well, you have to say the first thing that comes in your mind. That's why they're called rapid fire questions. You can't just leave the audience listening. We're already almost to an hour with this podcast.
If rapid fire questions, I think I would bring my ears in a little bit. I think sometimes I look in the mirror and I have a little bit big ears. I don't that much compared to a lot of people, but if anything,
yeah,
that's the one thing I have to pick about myself.
Okay. I don't want to answer. I don't
just
know.
Just go. Be honest. Go. Pick. I'm sure you look in the mirror and you're like, oh.
I don't though. I don't.
Good for you. I'm jealous.
Wow. Good for you.
Cocky.
Not to brag or anything.
He's
California
beautiful
now.
just the way you are.
Are either of you going to answer?
I would probably. I don't know if it really counts as. Like we're talking about an actual surgery.
Injections, lasers
I guess
on your
I would
skin.
try. I guess I would try. I think I'd just try it once, but Botox. I would try Botox
once.
once.
My God.
That's,
ooh, it's
like everybody has
that.
it, yeah. Okay, fine.
Oh, how scandalous. Where?
I don't know, on my face?
But where on your face?
These on my forehead,
Okay, like laugh lines on your forehead?
Well, I don't think they're laugh lines. I think it's just from creasing my brow permanently.
Alright, whatever, wrinkle line.
They look like Wi-Fi lines.
Wi-Fi lines? Thanks.
Wi-Fi lines?
Not yours in general, but I'm just saying, the forehead.
Okay.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Yeah, so, okay. I have a relatively hairy chest. And
what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong. I wouldn't change it.
I would not change that if I were you.
I've always been curious to know what it would look like if I just shave it. But I don't really want to shave it or wax it.
I don't think you would have to go to a plastic surgeon though to shave that. It would come right. Yeah. It would come back.
So you said plastic surgeon, and I kind of altered.
Like you could go in the bathroom. And
alterations.
Okay.
I want to get my eyebrows microbladed.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but that was it's pretty rough, Kevin.
I just met you're a girl. Like I know all the girls I know do that, so I feel like there's no harm in trying.
I am so hurt right now.
In trying it out.
You should just stop while you're ahead.
I don't think there's anything wrong with your eyebrows. I just thought that's a normal thing for girls.
Sorry. Okay, alright, somebody else has to come up with another question, or we're just gonna keep picking ourselves apart for the plastic surgeons that don't exist.
Would you rather go bald for the rest of your life?
Oh.
Or be fit and never have to worry about working out?
Be fit and never have to work out.
Well, Jess might have a different answer.
Yeah, so I was just
No,
answering.
be fit. Yeah.
Be fit. You'd be okay with being bald as long as you're fit and never have to work out.
Oh, it's one or the other?
This is a would you rather.
Oh. I don't want to be bald.
I'd be okay with being bald.
I'd be okay with working out.
You have a busy schedule, so.
Well, I'm not losing my hair, and I'm not being bald. Fuck that.
But think about it. You can buy wigs nowadays. Like you can buy any.
Do you know how uncomfortable it is?
You can't buy a fit body.
So yeah, you could be bald and be fit.
Yes, you can buy a fit body at the plastic surgeon.
Or you could not be bald, but have to work out to be fit. I just wanted to clarify that because
Yeah.
the way I presented it was not very clear.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. I would not be bald and just work out to be fit.
Okay, fair enough.
All right. I think we have time for one more question, and then we've got to wrap it up.
I feel like you haven't talked enough, so why don't you ask something?
No, because I asked all of the 90s questions.
Alright, fine, Josh, ask something.
I just had a question.
Yeah, it's your turn to come up with a
I
question.
don't have something that quick. Why do you think I was distracting to you? A question. Oh, God. What is the most annoying thing that you see every week that people do that you just literally, it drives you crazy?
Standing right behind you when you're in line for somewhere.
But that's what a line is, right?
No, right next to you, like they could look over your shoulder and read your phone. Like, don't be that close to me. It's not going to make me, like, just because you're creeping up on me doesn't make me go forward more in the line any faster because I'm giving the person in front of me a respectable distance like you should as a decent human being.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
No, it's your... I asked the question to you both.
Yeah, but I don't have a good answer right now.
It's not about having a good answer. It's what do you think? What can you think of anything that pisses you off every day?
I'm not a very angry person.
Oh, come on.
Maybe we can't have you back on the podcast.
Maybe this whole past hour's been a lie. Well, I get annoyed when people are in quiet spaces or like areas where you should be professional or like have your voice at a certain level and they never are. Like where people have to like come in and they're like shh, like quiet down. Like a lot of times it's girls.
Like the movie theater?
No, like in a work environment or things like that. You know,
library?
Like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Starbucks?
And then you start like I have my times I slip up. Everyone slips up every now and then.
Yeah, that's fair.
But when you just like can't like think about where you are and think about being professional and like.
I will say one thing that does come to mind is when clients they will say,
Ooh.
you know, so yeah, I hate to go here, but
Just go there.
When clients request that you take really good care of their pet because they're the most precious thing in the world. I mean, of course we're going to, right? That's what we're here for. We're not just going to take good care of them because you're requesting it. So that
It's probably more.
It's optional. Check here if you want us to take good care of your pet.
she means the world to me. Yeah, well, you know that's what we're here for. We're here to help. We're here to help. By default, we're going to take care of your pet.
All right.
Oh, and on that note, I think that was a perfect answer.
I think that rounds out. So our first guest episode with our friend and colleague, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you came. We'll have to do this again. But in the meantime, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. We now have a Facebook.
iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Wooshka, podcasting.com.
We now have a Facebook page as well, so look us up on that. And always leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys liked, what you didn't like, and what you want to hear from us in the future. So on that note, I guess we'll talk to you guys next time.
Is that how you're going to end it?
How do you want to end it?
Let's get down to it. Until next time, let's get down to it.
All right. Well, until next time, let's get down to it.